Okay, so tonight we want to start working on being able to write linear equations. So we're going to work on Algebra 1, S.9, linear function word problems. And you're going to get some problems that look like this. We need to be able to, we're going to put all our equations into slope-intercept form. So remember that's y equals mx plus b. And the m is your slope, and your slope is the rate. So anytime you see something where you're going to use the rate, a lot of times it's like you see the word every, like something happens every 10 hours or every 2 weeks or something like that. So when you see the word every or the word per, that is an indication that that is your slope, okay? Your y-intercept is something that happens once. This is a rate, like so if you're going to travel, your rate is 2 miles per hour and you want to know how much you go in 8 hours, you'd have your 2 miles per hour here and you plug in your 8 here. If you want to know in 10 hours, you plug your 10 here, and so on, okay? So m is the slope, that's the rate. A lot of times we see the word every, per. The y-intercept is something that happens one time. Often it's something like if you are talking about like a cell phone and you have a sign up, a one-time sign-up fee, you see that used often, but it's something, or if you started reading 10 pages, you have 10 pages read, and then you read 15 pages every day, then the 10 pages would be your y-intercept because that's done, and then this would be something that happens every day. So we need to get really familiar with this equation. So let's look at this practice problem right here. A cab company charges $2, there's that word per, cab ride. So I know because that says per, cab ride, that's my slope. So when I start writing, I'm going to have, whoops, y equals, I already know the per, that's my slope. Per cab ride plus an additional $2 per mile driven. So that happens one time. We had to pay an additional $2. So write an equation that shows the distance between the relationship between distance and cost. So write your answer as an equation with C first, followed by an equal sign. So C is cost, so that's going to be my y. And then it says use D as distance. So we're going to charge $2 for every mile driven, and we're already being charged $2 to begin with. So this is going to be my equation I need to plug in here. So we have C equals 2D plus 2. And we did a great job. Okay? Then you're going to have some where they just ask you to solve the problem. So if we look at this one, it says Sylvia already owns 2 necklaces, and additional necklaces are priced at 2 for $1. So again, if I want to start with an equation here, I have she already owns 2 necklaces. So that's something she has, it's not changing. But then she's going to get additional necklaces that are priced at $2 for $1. So that's 2 for every $1. How much money does she need in order to spend on necklaces in order to own a total of 10 necklaces? So we want to know the total of necklaces. So that would be 10 here, right? So if she has 10 necklaces, I want to know how much she spent to get those 10 necklaces. It's 2 for $1 plus 2. So hopefully you can just figure out, if I plug in 4 here, that'll give me 8 plus 2, that's 10. We could solve it the other, the other way. But this one's so easy that we can just look at that and say x must be 4. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 2 is 10. So she must have had 4. So $4. So put in 4 here. All right. Again, we have another problem. So again, it says Tracy already owns 3 hair bands. That's something she has. That's something she's not changing. So that's our y-intercept. She already has 3. And additional hair bands are priced at $1. Priced at 1 for $1. Okay. So the slope is going to be 1 for every dollar. Okay, so we don't know how many dollars, but if you times it by 1. Write an equation that shows the relationship between the money spent on additional hairbands, D, and the total number of hairbands, H. So if I would put this in my slope-intercept form, I'd have 1x plus 3. So it's telling me here that I need to use D for bands and H for the total. Well, that equals H, so that's got to be my total. And we're talking about the number of hair bands here, so that's going to be my D. Okay, so I'm just going to replace X with D for hair bands and Y with the H for the total. So it'd be H equals, I could put 1D or just D plus 3. Okay, so I want you to keep working on this. Let's do one more together. The screen printing a batch of shirts requires 3 minutes per shirt. There's that word per again. So that tells me that the 3 is my slope. In addition to 1 minute of initial time setup. So again, 1 minute of initial. So that's something that's happening one time. So that's my y-intercept. It happens one time for 1 minute. Write an equation shows relationship between number of shirts S and T time. Okay, so this is minutes per shirt. So that's going to be 3S, and then we have plus 1, because that's the y-intercept, and then the total is how much time everything took. So that'd be T. Okay, so T equals 3S plus 1. So let's try that. T equals 3S plus 1. And we're good. So what I want you to do is I want you to get on your own IXL, okay? Algebra 1, S.9, linear function word problems. And I want you to work on this for 15 minutes. Get as many done as 15 minutes as you can. And we will see you in the morning.